He has to fully commit. You don't finish against contact by going in there with half the effort.
Now here's Nowitzki. Last game he had 28 points. Holmgren sets the screen for Nowitzki. Hits it from three-point range. Nowitzki's got 11.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, and the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Ivey against Bain. Jackson with the screen. And the dunk by Jackson.
And smart pick and roll play by Ivey. He saw a chance to open things up for a teammate and took it.
Pass to Holmgren. Floats it up for Holmgren. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And give credit to Holmgren for jumping all over that opportunity, putting his length to great use.
Barnes against Eason. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
76% on the season from the foul line.
That's good from Barnes.
And Scotty Barnes just is one of those guys that's a complete player and competes.
Rondo against Highland. On the wing. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Nowitzki. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Here's Edey. Last game he had 13. Pass to Ivey. Connects from three-point range. Ivey's got 8 points.
And if Ivey can hit that shot with consistency, it really makes him a tough cover.
Now Eason, covered by Barnes. Holmgren with a screen on Jackson. Nowitzki in the post. Jackson on him. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Tremendous offensive output tonight. Dirk can stuff the stat sheet.
Pass to Ivey. Here's Edey. Island with it. He's covered by Rondo. Jackson a screen on Rondo. 5 on the clock. And the dunk by Jackson.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Griffins check in for Isaiah Jackson. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard and see which teams have been the NBA's best in the rebounding department.
You know, it's not necessarily a glamour stat, but make no mistake, their top-notch board work has been a huge key to their success.
Gone 8 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Really flowing here. Rondo scanning the floor. Nowitzki. Barnes grabs the miss. Thing has been beyond great up until now. How about 57% from the field overall? It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. Thing certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field. Bain passes to Eason. Nowitzki kicks to Bain. Holmgren with a screen on Ivey. Here's Bain. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
What confidence from Bane. Money from mid-range.
Bane against Ivy. Over Bane. Ivy with the bucket. Ivy's got 8 points in the quarter.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Back to Rondo. It's rebounded by Scotty Barnes. 53% in the second quarter. Good ball movement, yielding good looks. The leaner, he doesn't hit that one. Great D that time from Bane. Inside, and the dunk by Holmgren.
And I know everyone's thrilled to see Holmgren scoring so well. And this is the kind of effort that can carry on well throughout the year.
Here's Edey. 6 points for him. To the inside. Good D by Holmgren.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
Spins. Oh, Griffin in position. Nowitzki with the steal. And here we go. Holmgren heading to the hoop.
And great recognition. Holmgren saw the open floor and took advantage.
And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. George is checked in for Jaden Ivey. And how is the West shaping up, guys? Well, let's take a moment here to check it out now that the mid-season grind is well underway. Taking a look here at the visitors. Here in the middle of the regular season, they've been able to get the 4th best record in the conference. 7.5 games behind. It's a close game here in Philadelphia.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
Yeah, they sapped the energy right out of the building in that one. They just were knocking down threes, and it was deflating both for the team and the crowd.
Thing has been beyond great up until now. How about 57% from the field overall? It's Nowitzki on the wing. Defended by Griffin. Fades. And the basket by Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got 15.
Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
Outside Griffin. Up and in on the layup.
Yeah, really a quality pass there from Highland. Saw the opening and helped a ready shooter to use it.
Griffin's gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Nowitzki outside. Griffin with it. Now defended by McCullough. Here's George. And the rejection by Holmgren.
Already set the Summer League record for blocks in his first game. Holmgren, one of the best young shot blockers in the league.
Being 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively. The wide open look here for Highland. From outside, off the mark. Highland's gone just 1 for 7 shooting tonight. Here's McCollum. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
George passes to Griffin. Here's Highland. Barnes the screen. Shot clock at 5. Highland's shot is good. Highland's got his second bucket tonight.
Great job and patient in close to the rim. The slender guard Highland not afraid of the taller defenders down there.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And not the same rhythm or approach that he had in the first quarter when he was taking it straight to the teeth of the D and really creating contact. Like to see him get back to that here in this quarter.
He's had 5 chances at the line, gone 4 for 5. First free throw is good.
And something I like about Holmgren is his ability to run the floor. A 7-footer who can get up the court in a hurry and get to the rim before the D gets set.
Holmgren hits them both.
7 feet, maybe getting to 200 pounds. Chet is a unique player. He can hit the three, he can pass the ball, and he plays tremendous defense.
Now here's Mobley. He's got 9. Three-pointer. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And they've done a great job knocking down those long-range shots here in the second, shooting just over 40% from downtown.
Holmgren. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists in the game. Doing it quite well. 52% from the field in the second quarter. A kick out to Mobley. Pass to Highland. Now Mobley. Now White. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They set the pick. Down low. Holmgren with the steal. Into the lane. Shoots over White. Holmgren can't hit. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
And focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And here's George for 3. Holmgren against George. Back to Holmgren. Pass to McCollum. Over Mobley. And that one released in time, but no good. And the first half comes to a close in a tie game. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
I like their approach on the boards. Get in there, establish position. Aggressively go after the ball, Ernie.
If they come out on top tonight, Shaq, that's how they're going to do it. By being more active and more physical than the other team.
And now that we have some time, let's see how the All-Star voting is shaping up.
Well, at the start of the voting, the leaders are the guys that everyone already knows. As you go along, usually new guys into the mix.
Every year, it's a compelling story. Those guys who weren't expected to make an all-star impact doing just that. Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
Halfway through this one, plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Chet Holmgren has been sensational.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
Yeah, almost inviting contact, that attack mentality on full display.
We've got Desmond Bain. Nowitzki is out there with Tari Eason. That's Rajon Rondo. And it's Holmgren in at the 5, down low. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half. Now, here's Ivy. Rajon Rondo missing his last shot. Ivy kicks to Barnes. Mobley looking it over. Ivy passes to Mobley. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Dirk Nowitzki picks up that one.
And with size and a terrific skill set, Mobley gives defenders nightmares.
We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. And I think we have a beautiful game now.
The first free throw is good.
And to me, Evan Mobley seems like a fast learner. He adapted to the league play pretty seamlessly and is always looking for little ways to improve.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
Big trip to the line. He did not get all of them, but at least they hold the lead now.
And the dunk by Holmgren.
And given that Holmgren is 7 feet tall, he's a threat to throw it down at any time.
Thing has been terrific. 54% on the game. Ivy with it. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And here's a look at some numbers for Evan Mobley.
And guys, this effective field goal percentage is trending in the wrong direction over the past 5 games. Shot discipline hasn't been the best. He'll be looking to play a smarter game tonight.
Rondo against Ivy. Outside, Bain. To the paint. Wants to get it to Holmgren and does. Edey with the rebound. Here's White. And Holmgren pulls it down. Holmgren's got his 4th rebound in this one. Nowitzki outside. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half with the fadeaway. Nice touch on the back shot. Nowitzki's got 17 now.
A mid-range specialist. All Nowitzki needs is a little wiggle room, and he's going to let it go.
Here's Mobley. And Mobley throws it down hard.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now, here's Holmgren. He's got 22. Easton passes to Rondo. To the middle. And Holmgren the bucket on the assist by Rondo. Holmgren's got 4 points in the quarter.
And looking to get stronger, Holmgren fights through the bump. Tons of time for him to grow into that frame.
Here's Mobley. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And he's shooting his free throws to the tune of 75% this season. Fairly standard numbers.
2 shots.
That free throw missing. Good on the second free throw. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Holmgren with a screen on Ivy. Outside, Bain. It's good coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. 13 points in the game.
This is why you got to stay up on Bain or pay the price.
And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. a brief moment now to see who's atop the NBA in blocks. You take a look at Holmgren, an intimidating defender, third in the league. And, of course, Zach Edey.
Those two have both mastered the art of the shot block. And believe me, guys, it is an art. It's not all about size.
In the corner, it's Mobley. Outside, White. Barnes screen on Bane. To the inside. Barnes can't get it to go.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but like plenty of room.
And stolen by White. Mobley up top. Pass to Ivy. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Oh, interior defense doesn't hold back against Ivy, but he just explodes right by them and gets it to go.
In the corner, it's Bane. Eason gets a wide open look. Knocks down the 3-ball. Eason's got 5 points so far.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
Mobley. It's stolen by Rondo. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Mobley.
And showing us some toughness there. Nice to see Holmgren fearless at attacking on the drive and getting fouled.
In the game, he shot 6 of 7 from the line.
He has come through in a big way at the foul line in this game.
And he makes the first.
I mean, you'd be super fortunate to see one unicorn in your lifetime. In the NBA, it seems like we're seeing more. And Chet is a special talent.
Griffin's check in for Edey. He doesn't get the second one. Gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. White against Bane. White the pass to Ivy. And here is Mobley. 6 to shoot. Ivy with it. He's picked up by Rondo. A nice shot by Mobley.
Yeah, this is one of those nights where you get to see everything in Mobley's bag.
Pass to Eason. Now here's Nowitzki. Jacks up a 3. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Ivy against Rondo. Now here's Ivy. He's covered closely. Off with the layup. Eason passes to Rondo. Barnes grabs the miss. Barnes has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Ivy. Griffin against Holmgren. Fades and shoots. And he gets it to go. And it's 6 points for B.
As a playmaker, Ivy has an interesting upside. If he continues to develop those skills, he'd only increase his value.
Here's Eason. He's got 5. Back to Rondo. Nowitzki, the pass to Holmgren. Outside Rondo. Nowitzki inside. Covered by Mobley. And Nowitzki gets it to go down on the assist by Rondo. Rondo's got 6 assists here tonight. Griffin looking around. A kick out to Mobley. Pass to Ivy. And Holmgren pulls it down. Gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. Now Rondo. Holmgren trying to get open. Rondo can't get it to go.
Kind of rare to see any player have this much of a struggle from the field. To still have the lead shows how resilient they are as a complete team.
That's a floater go. That shot, no good.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
Personal foul. Third team foul.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Derek White at the line for one.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust.
Check out some stats for Griffin. Over the last 10 games or so, he's really shown up. He's averaging 14 points a game, 3 assists and 4 rebounds. And he does a great job of just attacking the glass, really determined to track it down.
Anticipation, when it comes to rebounding, that can separate elite ones from average ones.
Now here's McCollum. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Nowitzki outside. George against McCollum. Just 5 on the clock. Uses the glass to finish the layup. McCollum's got his second bucket of the night.
Above everything else, McCollum is a scorer first. Even when there's contact, he'll find a way to finish.
If we're going to talk about the craftiest players, Brent, in the NBA, where would you rank C.J. McCollum?
CJ is one of my favorite guards in the league to watch. This guy is not overpowering physically, Kevin, but his efficiency and the way that he is so smooth on getting to his scoring zones is something that I don't think we appreciate enough.
That's going to be a big morale booster.
And you know what? It could come down to those second chance buckets when it's all said and done today.
Well, especially in a close game, every possession matters.
Now here's Griffin. Dirk Nowitzki unable to get his shot to go. Inside, and the dunk by Jackson. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
Here's McCain. Still without a basket. Misses the wing free.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Here's Jackson. And Jackson throws it down home.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
Nowitzki, no good. Gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime. Shooting 8 of 15. Outside, White. Rebounded by McCollum. Gone 7 for 16 the second half from the field, shooting a bit under 50%. Pass to Nowitzki. Back to McCollum. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dirk Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got his 7th assist here tonight. Doing it well here in the third, about 50%. Outside Griffin. Down low. And Mobley throws it down.
Sets a great screen, and then Mobley gets perfect position there on the roll.
McCollum against George. McCollum passes to Nowitzki. Good D by Mobley.
Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track.
Back to Griffin. Here's the teardrop. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And let's look now at which teams have been the hottest offensively for the past 10 games.
Yeah, what an impressive run for this club. Everybody seems to be in a rhythm in terms of scoring, and they are putting up some big numbers.
And he can't get the first one.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
Donnie's checked in for Nowitzki. He hits the second from the line. And you have to like how they're moving the ball right now.
Snappy passes to ready shooters. It's basketball 101, but boy, is it working.
Now here's McCollum. He's got 6, and there it is for him.
That's one of the huge attributes of McCollum's game. He can score from anywhere, which makes him very unpredictable as a scorer.
Done against Griffin. They double team Griffin. Outside, George. White setting the pick for George. Clock at 4. Pass to Mobley. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. 1:21 left in the third quarter of the game. McCollum looking it over. For the tie. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And GA, what you have to admire about C.J. McCollum is he is the consummate pro.
Yeah, at this stage of his career, he's the adult in the room, and he's grown into a connector on the floor while still being that professional scorer.
He misses the free throw.
Your classic combo guard. C.J. McCollum can play off the ball as a shooting guard, but also can run the point at times. A valuable piece for this team.
And the second free throw, good.
And C.J. McCollum just relied upon for the incredible leadership qualities he possesses, and that kind of respect comes right away when C.J. steps into the locker room.
Now here's Mobley. 21 points in the game. George against McCollum. And White kicks to Mobley. Here's George. The shot will not fall. They time it right. They can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters.
McCollum outside. It's blocked. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. White. Eason grabs the board. Eason's got 7 rebounds in the game. McCollum against George. Now here's McCollum, guarded closer. Over George. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Leading by just 1. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. We've got Edey, George out there with Ivey. Then there's Mobley, and it's Barnes in at the 3. Pass to Ivey. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes. 14 points for Jaden Ivey.
He's a big combo guard, and Ivey plays with no fear in there.
Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. Zach Edey picks one up.
There are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
At the line for your home team, Chet Holmgren, shooting 1.
And it's tied up with that one. 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. The 3 from George. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. Thing has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. McCollum kicks to Rondo. Pass to Holmgren. George against Bain. Outside Rondo. Over Edey. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Ivey on the wing. Barnes outside. Here's Edey. He's covered by Rondo. The 11-footer. Eason grabs the board. Eason's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Rondo kicks to McCollum. Rondo is screen on George. McCollum, no good. Gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. George dishes to Ivey. Pass to Edey. The kick out to Mobley. That 3 off the mark.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Barnes against Holmgren. On the wing, George. Back to Ivey. Holmgren against Barnes. To the paint. Here's Edey. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist. Barnes has got his 3rd assist on the night. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Holmgren with a screen on Ivey. Rondo against Ivey. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. Can't nail the jumper.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
Rondo against Ivey. Barnes screen on Rondo. Ivey up top. He's covered by Rondo. The shot by Ivey, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Outside, Bain. Back to McCollum. Down low. And so the ball out of bounds. McCollum touched it last.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for C.J. McCollum. Gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Bounce pass from Ivy. The 15-footer. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. Holmgren's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. It's rebounded by Scotty Barnes. Doing it pretty well, close to 50%. Pass to George. Mobley sets the pick for George. No good that time. Good D by Holmgren.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Here's Nowitzki to the middle. Wants to get it to Bain and does. Good D by Barnes. Pass to Ivy. Mobley misses. Been pretty good tonight at 48%. To the inside. And the dunk by Holmgren.
This is curious and dangerous if Holmgren can be this kind of scorer. Great job by his teammates to find him.
Mobley outside. Back to Ivy. Bain with the steal. Here's Rondo. Chalk up 2 there.
And although not the biggest guy, you got to love how Rondo uses his body inside. Has a great touch as well around the rim.
Now, here is George. Inside, Rondo with the steal. Unhindered, going all the way.
He always had great instincts defensively. Rondo using that length there to come up with the steal.
Pass to Ivy. Mobley with it. Good, nice job down low. 23 points for Evan Mobley.
That's an excellent play call to free him up from the defense.
Well, taking advantage of that opportunity, it does not get any more high percentage than that one.
Now here's Nowitzki. Holmgren with a screen on Mobley. And here is Holmgren. Off target with his 3. In the corner, Ivy with it. Back to Barnes. Pass to Mobley. To the middle. Here's Ivy. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
He does a lot of damage inside with that quickness and athleticism. Ivy's too agile for low post defenders to react.
Now here's Rondo. Now here's Bain. Nowitzki outside. Holmgren kicks to Bain. Clock at 6. Nowitzki sets a screen for Bain. A 3-pointer off the mark.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Pass to Edey. Down low. Here's Ivy. Beyond the arc. And Bain pulls it down. Bain's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Yeah, the defense there in chill mode. We all know he can burn them from 3-point range.
And here's Rondo. Now Eason. Ivy defending. Eason against Ivy. And it's good for 2.
And great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink in the moment.
We'll take a look at him. Locked in right now in this moment. Wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
Now here's Ivy. It's stolen by Rondo. And now the fast break. Rondo with the ball. Here's Holmgren. Lays it up and backs it in. Holmgren's got 12 points here in the second half.
He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
Ivy against Rondo. Now here's Ivy. He's tightly guarded. Here's Edey. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Edey's got 4 points in the quarter. Gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the 4th. Here's Bain. basket is good. The assist from Rondo. 17 points for Desmond Bain.
Striking fast inside. Bain isn't going to miss a chance at a look like that.
And here's George for three. And he's good on the three ball.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second three of the game.
Outside, Bain. Mobley with the rebound. And 40% in the fourth. Barnes against Rondo. Ivy passes to Mobley. Barnes outside. 6 on the shot clock. Eason against Ivy. Unable to get that one.
Just not sure if he ran out of energy at halftime or what, but so far just not himself in the second half.
Here's Eason. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Team foul. At the line for two, Eason.
And he knocks down the first one. White, he's checked in for Keontae George. He makes 1 of 2 that time.
Well, they should be looking at a three-point lead. Hopefully for them, that miss won't cost them.
Barnes kicks to White. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist. Barnes has got 4 assists in the game.
And such a clutch shooter. I mean, he lives with a big shot. And when he's rolling like this, watch out.
Now here's Rondo. Here's Nowitzki. In for another field goal. A sublime 9 of 14 on the night.
There's a nuance to the passing skill of Rondo. He just is able to whip that ball around to the open man.
Poke loose. It's stolen by Rondo. 1:31 left to play here in the fourth. It's Nowitzki on the wing. Evan Mobley with the rebound. Mobley's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. White finds Mobley. Now here's Ivy. He's covered by Rondo. Ivy against Rondo. Pass to Ivy. To take the lead. Eason grabs the board.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Eason with it, covered by Barnes. Nowitzki with the screen on Ivy. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Mobley.
What confidence from Nowitzki, managing to get his shot off while still drawing contact.
Nowitzki.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
And he steps up and knocks them down, making it a 2-possession game.
And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. Short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Guys, over the break, Chauncey Billups had some advice for his team. Now, he told his guys they can do this. In the huddle, he said, we've been here before and come back. So we know we can do this. We just have to believe. Inspiring words. We'll see if they live up to them. Guys?
Thank you, David. There's 31 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. Seconds left here in the fourth quarter. White, wide open. He fires. It counts. And that shot brings them to within just one.
Remember that one, guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
Taking 2 shots.
And the first of two, no good. Heartbreaker. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Bain against Ivy. Pass to Barnes. Over Rondo. Good! And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Guys, what are their best options now?
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
And sometimes not just what a coach draws up, but who he has execute in these moments.
Seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
15 foul. At the line for your home team, Rajon Rondo. 2 shots.
He knocks down the clutch free throw. And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives them the lead. For the win. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. And so the home crowd treated to a win. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's gonna happen. How is this thing gonna play out?
And that'll wrap it up, folks. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. And now, our player of the game, Chet Holmgren.
Curry shooting with real confidence off the catch. It's what helps get him going.
To the paint. The jump hook. Here's Abdul-Jabbar, and the layup's good off the glass. Abdul-Jabbar's got 8.
And his ability to efficiently score, that's really helped him out in this one, putting them ahead on the scoreboard.
Here's Wilkins, and Wilkins slams it in.
And he just possesses that ability to wow the crowd every time he steps on the hardwood. They don't call him the human highlight for nothing.
Powell dishes to Barnes. Up top, Brown. Rodman sets the screen for Brown. Wilkins grabs the miss.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that.
A three-point specialist can't let Curry get any space to fire from the corner. That's a recipe for disaster.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Jaylen Brown has put it all together. He said, I'm figuring out my spots to be aggressive. That's in my DNA. But also showing how I've grown. Being a great screener, delivering passes on time and on target. That's important to being a great teammate. I'm focused on being a better basketball player. Kevin?
Yeah, and he's a smart one too, right, David? He is something else. Outstanding stuff, DA, as always. Powell kicks to Barnes. Pass to Brown. Shot clock at 6.
And a chance here to check out some stats on Jaylen Brown. How last month turned out for him, averaging 17 points per game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. Fantastic totals for him across the board. I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps rolling.
I think if you talk to anyone on this team, they believe in his abilities about 1,000%.
And the first one at the line is good. Barnes hits them both. Here's Curry. 8 points for him. Outside Porter. Wilkins kicks to Bryant. The layup off target. Gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Bay drops in the layup for 2. Bay's got 5 points so far.
And not one to back down. Bay right in the teeth of the defense.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Making a switch here. Levine's checked in. And here's Levine, who brings it up for California. They trail by 1.
And in terms of intensity, they kind of took the night off. Looked like they were just going through the motion.
Yeah, you hate to be critical, but that's part of our job. You have to call it the way we see it. That night, they were flat.
Brown against Curry. From 13, it's hauled in by Michael Porter.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
And Sarr throws it down.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Curry against Brown. And there's the drive. Misses from close range.
Slow going for him this quarter. The defense putting up a good fight.
Bean passes to Curry. Here's Sarr. He's covered by Brown. Here's Porter. Powell pulls it in. Being 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. Porter against Brown. Pass to Powell. Here's Bay. The kick out to Barnes. Sinks the three-pointer. Barnes has got 5 points so far.
He's a dangerous shooter from deep. Barnes can hit some big shots out there.
And here is Bryant. Outside Curry. Puts up a three. Good, and the assist goes to Bryant. Bryant's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. Here's Brown, and it's denied. And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Marvin Bagley's checked in for the Kings. Bay against Bryant. Bay passes to Achua. And stolen by Song. Pass to Curry. Bagley with a screen on Powell. Off target with the open look.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
While he's a bit undersized for a 4, he more than makes up for it with his bounce.
Bryant against Bay. And here is Bryant. Outside Curry. Shoots over Achua. Curry can't get it to go. Gone 7 of 16, shooting just under 50% here in the second quarter. Brown against Curry.
Showing off his pure athleticism. Brown with a memorable finish.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Curry. 17 points in his last outing. And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
Bryant, and it falls over the rim and in. Bryant's got his second basket.
Oof, that is a tough shot.
Being 47% from the floor since the end of the first quarter. To the inside, and stolen by Song. There's 1:40 left in the first half. Bryant against Brown. 6 on the shot clock. Curry on the wing. He's defended by Bay. Bagley with the bucket. Bagley's got the lead up to 4 now for California.
And they have been really active on the boards this quarter. Those second chance points are keeping them in the game.
Here's Bay. No good on the triple. And for California, they're shooting in this game 45%. Pass to Bryant. Curry deciding where to go with it. Misses the layup. It's been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%. Robinson Earl, the pass to Bay. 35 seconds left in the first half of the game. It's good.
Those defenders just looked a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Outside Curry. Sarr sets the screen for Curry. Curry with another miss.
He hasn't had his best game, but they've gotten enough production elsewhere, so it hasn't really mattered.
Brown kicks to Bay. Brown against Curry. And finished off by Brown.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely. It's been all about Stephen Curry for California. We witnessed him delivering a series of three-pointers as he notched 3 total in the quarter. A chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Zach, a hard-fought first half. What changes have to be made to get a little separation?
They're making tough shots. We're trying to stick to our concept, so we got to come back, make plays, make shots, and, just stay solid.
Always a challenge for a young team. Thanks for your time, Zach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And it's time for your fan half-court shot. Please direct your attention to center court. Drum roll. And measuring up the shot.
Hello, everybody. Tipping off halftime. Let's start things off with a look at the All-Star voting.
Well, these are very early returns, but even so, you can see who the fans are excited to see play.
A lot of these guys deserve the votes, but there's some big names missing. Come on, America, do better.
They're clicking from outside, hard cups to the ball, and a few bone-jarring screens. Man, they have a high quality of looks.
They've been cashing in on those. We'll see if the sharpshooting continues. Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
After a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And it's a role we don't always see him in, but he's done a great job tonight getting the rest of his team involved.
And so Curry will bring it up for the Kings. Sarr out there with Tatum. Then there's Dominique Wilkins. Then it's Curry. And it's Messi in at the center. That's Billy Donovan's 5 as we get going here in the second half. Pass to Wilkins. Over Monk. The shot by Wilkins, no good. 59% up to this point. They're working for great shots, and they're hitting them. Monk, the pass to Fox. Six to shoot. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. It's Wilkins. Oh, yes!
How about the high-flying acrobatics by Wilkins on that? Yeah, they call him the human highlight film.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. against Tatum. Rodman with a screen on Tatum. Down low. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Alex Sauber.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
Free throw is good, now leading by 1. Analytics or the eye test? The optics or the numbers in front, Greg? When you're judging the performance of a player, what kind of criteria do you use?
Well, an MVP candidate recently said, my eye test tells me this guy's a terrible defender, but the analytics tell me he's a great defender. I'm confused, and I often feel the same way.
And the basketball IQ that Curry possesses is special, capable of shredding the defense in a screen roll.
Fox against Curry. Abdul-Jabbar dishes to Brown. Back to Abdul-Jabbar. Abdul-Jabbar. And staying with the play, Abdul-Jabbar.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Sarr sets the screen for Curry. Over Fox. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Curry's got 16 points.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Back to Fox. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Pass to Nisi. Now Sarr. Bucket is good. Sarr's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Shepard's checked in for Curry. We've got a moment to see the league leaders in steals. 4th, De'Aaron Fox.
And he's been a rock for them defensively. Just so many steals for him this year, and so many of them have been in key moments for his team.
Gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Pass to Brown. Monk against Wilkins. Now, here's Monk. He's guarded closer. Here's Shepard. Tatum on the wing. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. A Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. You look at California, they're down at the 7th position right now. Decent start to the season, but they're looking to make a move. Quite a few spots down the ladder right now.
Yeah, you know, for the Kings, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
And you have to wonder if this roster can get to that next level. They have talent, but if it doesn't come together, they might have to shake it up.
Rodman sets a screen. Monk for 3. They get the rebound.
But yeah, no question who's been the aggressor on the offensive glass.
For California, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Tatum with it. He seems to always be finding ways to score, averaging around 23.5 points a game. Good on the bucket.
Look, this dude is well built, man. He's a specimen. He's 6'8". Look, he's going to score inside if he gets that close.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency. Across the board, the numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
Here's Fox. No good with the layup. Kings have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Now we get a chance to check out some stats for Jason Tatum.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Barnes outside. Back to Monk. Rodman with a screen on Wilkins. And Rodman with the basket on the assist by Monk. Rodman's got 7 points for the quarter.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Tatum against Barnes. Going inside. And down it goes. Jamming that one home. As we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Monk outside. And so the ball is out of bounds. Wilkins touched it last.
Taking a look at some stats for Jason Tatum. Some impressive play from him over the last month. He's right around 17 points a night, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. And you look at his huge role in their offense, a major contributor as far as putting up points.
He's just a natural scorer and someone this offense leans on to help shoulder the load and lead the charge.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Tatum wide open. He fires one. The 3 is drilled by Tatum.
Every time Tatum finds his shot, he'll take it. He loves to fill it up from range.
On a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys.
For De'Aaron Fox. Over the last month, getting it done. and he's right up there in the top 20 in scoring. Certainly a force to be reckoned with offensively.
And talk about being top 10 in steals. I love his jumping the passing lanes and then stealing away your dribble. Pass to Monk. Back to Barnes. Left side, Abdul-Jabbar. 5 to shoot. Back to Barnes. Those 3-pointers off the mark. And so it's Wilkins who brings up the ball for the Kings. The lead is 2. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Kings.
The name of the game in the modern NBA is making threes. Space in the court, and that's exactly what they are doing tonight.
They took what the defense gave them tonight, and that was the mid-range. I mean, very consistent from that part of the floor.
That free throw, no good. So he comes up empty at the line. He's gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. Now, here's Fox. He's got 6. Over Wiggins. Here's Rodman. Rebound by the Kings. Wilkins surveying the defense. Pass to Tatum. Takes the 3. Good, and the nice assist from Wilkins. Tatum's got the lead up to 5 now for the Kings. Approximately 43% in the third quarter. Fox passes to Rodman. Now Bay. He's got 7. Inside. Achua. The dunk by Achua.
Excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
Outside Wilkins. Tatum down low. He's defended by Bay. Fox against Wilkins. Pass to Messi. No good on that one. Gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. Here's Monk. The shot misses. Kings leading now by 3. The 3 from Tatum. It's hauled in by Achua. Achua's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Monk outside. Pass to Bay. Here's Rodman. Rebound by the Kings. Tatum deciding where to go with it. And the dunk by Tatum.
Tatum's become very good at finding high percentage shots, driving hard, not just settling for jumpers.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. change here. Levine's checked in. On defense, California. Here's Achua. He's got 8. Here's Fox. And he banks in the layup. Fox has got 8.
You look at Fox now compared to when he entered the league, he is so much more physical.
Outside Tatum. With some arc, it's not going to go for him.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Bay against Tatum. Bay, no good. Kings leading now by 3. Wiggins outside. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. The 3 from Tatum. And it's Fox with the rebound.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Rodman outside. Lock at 6. Here's Bay. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. And for California, they're shooting 47%. Pretty solid. Levine deciding where to go with it. Tatum, that's for 2. It's hauled in by Achua. Achua's got 6 rebounds in the game. Left side, Fox. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
Well, after an uneven first half, he's managed to right the ship and get things going.
And for De'Aaron Fox, his 3-point shooting, Greg, has come a long way.
And his rookie season, he only shot 30% on 2 attempts per game. But his volume and efficiency have both gone way up. And it's made him much more dangerous offensively.
Messi, shooting 1.
One shot.
It's a neck-and-neck game here in Sacramento. Tatum against Brown. 1:07 left to play in the 3rd. Takes it off the glass. Brown's got 11.
Muscling that one in. JB is a strong individual.
Pass to Tatum. Back to Curry. Now here's Tatum. It's stolen by Brown. And Brown throws it down.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
That's the last thing you need to happen down the stretch. Let's see how they respond to the devastating punch.
Stolen by Rodman. By himself. And the jam by Dennis Rodman.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Tatum kicks to Curry. To the middle. It's stolen by Abdul-Jabbar. Monk outside. A pass to Fox. With 1 on the clock. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. We're at the end of the 3rd, and we've still got a close one. Leading by just 2. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our 4th quarter coming up next. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
With these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. They've got Abdul-Jabbar, De'Aaron Fox out there with Monk. Then there's Harrison Barnes. And it's Brown in at the small forward. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And you're talking about one of the most decorated superstars in the history of college basketball, but maybe the most impressive feat. He won 3 national championships, and Kareem has a way of affecting winning.
No good on that one. And he sinks the second. California trails by 3. Outside Curry. And that's rejected by Abdul-Jabbar. On the wing, Barnes. A pass to Fox. Brown outside. Over Tatum. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
One of the premier scoring wings in the NBA, Jaylen Brown is at it again.
Outside Tatum. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Up top, Curry. Guarded by Fox. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Solo. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 6 assists now in the game.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Brown against Tatum. The kick out to Abdul-Jabbar. Here's Monk. It's hauled in by the Kings. Sarge got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Pass to Tatum. Sarr with it. To the paint, trying to find Curry. He's got it now. He nails it, and we're tied up.
On a night like tonight, Steph Curry is must-watch basketball. He can score from anywhere.
55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively. Abdul-Jabbar, a screen on Tatum. Up top, Brown, guarded by Tatum. Just 5 to shoot. Nice move. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. They get Dominique Wilkins.
Every team in this league wants a Jaylen Brown, a tremendous two-way wing, and boy, Brown can put up giant offensive numbers.
And the first one drops.
You gotta respect the mind Brown has for the game. Both ends of the floor, he is so good at spotting the opening and taking advantage.
Dennis Rodman, he's checked in for Barnes. He's perfect from the line this time. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Fox against Curry. It's rebounded by De'Aaron Fox. Brown outside. Good. good, and a nice assist from Fox. Brown's got 11 points here in just the second half. And here's Curry, who brings it up for California. Here's Saul. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for him.
Right side, Abdul-Jabbar. It's hauled in by the Kings. Nisi's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. That one goes. Count it.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Monk sets the screen for Brown. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
These are the little nuances in Brown's game. He has become an elite scorer.
Jaylen Brown. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. And he's good on the second.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
Outside Wilkins. Back to Curry. Curry crashes inside.
Sometimes there's just no stopping Curry. He's just too skilled.
Gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Brown feeling it out a bit. Great D that time from Tatum. The Kings have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Always going up for the alley-oop here, and Wilkins slams it in.
And I'm not sure it's even possible to throw it too high for Dominique. He has a vertical plus the length, and that's an alley-oop waiting to happen every time he runs the floor.
Kings foul. Alexander Saul. Second personal foul. 4th team foul. At the line for the away team, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And so he makes both from the line. And here is Curry. Tatum at the elbow. Back to Curry. 6 to shoot. Outside Tatum. From downtown, Dennis Rodman pulls it in. Rodman's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Fox against Curry. Outside, Fox. Abdul-Jabbar, a screen on Curry. Sinks the triple.
It's really been a tale of 2 halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Pass to Nisi. Now Curry, guarded by Fox. Shoots. The shot by Curry, no good.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take. Keep riding that hot hand. He's been pretty much unstoppable.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to listen to what Billy Donovan said to his team. He knows they struggled at the free throw line, but he actually looked at the positive. He said, if we continue to get to the foul line, good things are going to happen. But we have to keep getting there. Maybe that'll take the heat off him.
Okay, David, thanks. Rodman outside. It's Abdul-Jabbar, high post. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Rodman. Rodman's got 3 assists now in this one. California trails by 5. Here's the screen. And here's Tatum for 3. Rebounded by Abdul-Jabbar. Abdul-Jabbar's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Fox passes to Abdul-Jabbar. The putback, a shot, no good. For California, they've got more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12. Tatum with the screen on Monk. Here's Wilkins, and Wilkins with the stuff.
And maybe no one more determined when it comes to finishing at the rim.
How many times, guys, have we seen him throw it down right on top of a defender like that? Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Hits the outside fadeaway. Abdul-Jabbar's got 7 now in this quarter.
And what a find by Brown, demonstrating a willingness to create for teammates.
Wilkins kicks to Curry. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
Curry against Fox. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. That one falls. Abdul-Jabbar's got 19 points.
And you just look at the grace, the agility, versatility that Jabbar brings to the center position. Can beat you in so many ways.
Wilkins against Monk. Here's Curry with the 3. Abdul-Jabbar grabs the miss.
Well, after the show he put on in the first half, you thought it would continue, but he's cooled off a little bit here now.
And it's out of bounds. Nice touch by Curry.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He's still got a good outcome.
A pass to Fox. Shoots over Curry. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
Gonna have to do more than this to stop Fox. He's such an outstanding competitor.
Outside Tatum. Back to Curry. Five on the clock. Ring shot on the way. It's rebounded by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Kings. They trail by 9 points. Yep, right through the net. Tatum's got 14 points now in the second half.
And that's probably his most dangerous weapon. Tatum just has a smooth jumper.
Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. And the dunk by Abdul-Jabbar.
Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. Brown against Tatum. Tatum gets it to go inside.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Good, and it's Fox who picks up the assist. Fox has got assist number 8 now on the night. California trails by 9. A minute 42 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Song. Tatum a screen. Offline with his 3. The possibility here of pushing their lead to double digits.
And mentally, I think it makes this an even bigger edge.
Here's Fox, and it's Fox with the jam.
Look at Fox get up. Okay, I see you flexing on him.
And for the Kings, their shooting in the fourth quarter has been efficient at 56%. Tatum against Brown from the stripe. Tatum no good.
I guess even he has took this one of those once in a while.
Fox dishes to Abdul-Jabbar. Fox looking it over. Bangs home the trifecta.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game, saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
And there's the bucket from Tatum. Here's Fox. Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal it.
No question. That would be all she wrote.
Abdul-Jabbar on the wing. Back to Fox. The 3. Dominique Wilkins comes up with the rebound. Here's Sarr. And it's off from three-point range. The visiting club takes the win on the road. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So for our reporter, David Aldridge, and our analysts, Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, I'm
offense is really humming right now, and it's because of the beautiful ball distribution.
Pass to Klingon. Back to Henderson. A little mid-range shot is up, and all around the rim that time before dropping. Henderson's got 5 points in the quarter.
Anytime Henderson can't get to the rim, that mid-range jumper is always there.
Wembanyama finds Reeves. The three. Ooh, Wembanyama, just too good.
First three of the quarter and third overall, guys. The defense might want to step up just a little bit on him from this point on.
Henderson with a screen on Reeves. Pass to Malone. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. These are his first free throws of the game.
Shooting for the away team. Karl Malone at the line for 2.
And the first one at the line is good. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
Golden opportunity to take the lead. Instead, he merely knots up the score.
Henderson against Johnson. Lays it up and banks it in. Johnson's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Bad idea leaving him open. He needs more defensive attention, not less.
Outside Podziemski. Got a piece of it. Outside for Henderson. Here's Marion. He's got 13. Just 3 to shoot. Fires for 3. Rebounded by Johnson. Gone 8 of 11 in the second quarter. And he lobs it up top. It's stolen by Henderson. Here's the break. And that one is stuffed right through.
And there's Henderson, just so quick. I mean, he loves to get out and run.
Well, Brent, when it comes to Scoot Henderson, his mobility alone causes problems.
No doubt about his explosiveness, BA, being one of the things he uses as a weapon. So if he gets confidence in that outside shot, people start pressing up on him. You're going to see that quick first step and Scoot Henderson getting to the rim and becoming more impactful offensively.
On Friday and then Sunday, they'll be taking on Nikola Jokic.
And for that game against Colorado Springs, it's the second game of a back-to-back, so you know there'll be some heavy legs out there. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes its toll on your body.
The first one falls. Well, despite the effort to create super teams, the league has a lot of parity right now, Grant.
It really does, and I like it. It's not quite like the 80s Celtics and Lakers or the 90s Bulls, partly because of the salary cap. It's so hard to pay more than 2, maybe 3 stars at a time.
Topic is checked in for Johnson, and so he hits both.
Yeah, just knocking down every free throw. I mean, I love to see this kind of efficiency.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Victor Wembanyama really making a difference here.
They got to be using this timeout to think about a personnel change or a game plan change to try to slow him down.
We see a ton of teams shooting more and more threes nowadays. Here are the best in that department.
Instead of just bombing away, they work hard to create good looks from beyond the arc.
Pass to Marion. Here's Malone. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot two.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
He shot 2 free throws in the game. He's made one and missed one.
2 shots.
First one falls for him. Second free throw, no good. Gone 8 of 11 in the second quarter. Outside Reeves. Pass to Topic. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by Marion. Gotten over 50% of their shots to go. 5 for 9 in the second. Lets it go from deep. Can't get it. He's now 1 of 4 from the floor. Shooting great, 62% from the field and continuing to get it done. It's tipped. Here we go. Pass to Malone. Henderson with it. Here's Malone. He's covered by Reeves. Malone can't get it to go.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
Outside for Wembanyama. Here's Topic. 5 to shoot. Picked by Aldama. Topic, no good. Shooting 45% here in the second. Let's check in with Allie LaForce for an injury update on Mitchell Robinson. Allie?
As of right now, he's calling it a severely sprained ankle, which I'm sure isn't what Coach wanted to hear. And for a team with definite title hopes, it will now be a case of next man up until he can return.
All right, that's good intel. We've definitely been thinking of him, and now we have some more clarity, guys.
Yeah, they now have all the information they need in order to determine the next steps.
Everybody wishing the best for him. We all know how badly he wants to be out there playing alongside his teammates and competing.
Gotten 6 shots to fall out of 13 attempts here in the second. Sends it home from three-point land. Marion's got 16 points now.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
Now here's Reeves, defended by Podziemski. Outside Reeves. To stop the drought. And Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got a rebound number 5 here tonight.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Here's Topic. Misses the layup.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
I just love the ball movement.
And they've been moving the ball really well tonight.
Timeout. Good things come to those who take good shots.
And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. checked in for Aldama.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Topic. Pass to Wembanyama. Wembanyama, so comfortable inside.
All too easy for Wembanyama. He feels like no one can defend him inside.
Henderson outside to the inside. And Reed with a basket on the assist by Henderson. Reed's got 14.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Here's Topic. 9 points in his last outing. Stolen by Reed. Here's Hicks. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
Yeah, you see the vision from Henderson. Just a terrific facilitator.
Here's Topic, defended by Henderson. Reeves against Oladipo. Outside Reeves. 5 on the clock. Over Oladipo. The shot by Reeves, no good.
Oh, love the intensity in which they're hitting the boards.
Inside, here's Bynum, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
You have to prevent him from getting to the paint, unless you want to see a highlight.
And Grant, sitting at the midway point of the season now, as a player, does it feel that way? Or does one half drag on more than the other?
You know, I'd say the back half can feel a little bit longer, whether it's games of consequence that magnify things, or for teams lower down, maybe the season drags on at the end.
A minute 50 left to play in the first half. Here's Topic. He's guarded by Oladipo. Pass to Wembanyama. Will it go? Oh, Wembanyama making it look easy.
Well, Victor doesn't have too far to go. I mean, he just pops up to the rim, makes it look so easy.
Here's Henderson. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Shooting 55% for the game so far. Tipped. And they're able to recover. Grant finds Simons. Wembanyama. Screen on Oladipo. Here's Simons. Oh, man. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
Defenders want to get physical with Simons to try to offset some of his athleticism. It doesn't always work.
Oh, doing damage above the rim. That was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Shooting at around 66%. They're on fire. Henderson against Simons. Around the back and lays it in. Nice. Henderson's got 11 points in the quarter.
All right, I think he's showing off now, but I'll tell you what, that's impressive.
Pass to Wembanyama. Gets the three to fall.
This is a one-man show right now. He's on a mission to get him out of this hole.
Shooting around 60% in the second. An excellent number. Henderson for three. It's hauled in by Wembanyama.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. And here's Simons outside. Oladipo with the rebound.
The smart play. Wait and take the final shot.
And every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy. Well, he doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
To the paint. Here's Wembanyama, and he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for two. And this will be a second trip to the free throw line.
At the line for two, Victor Wembanyama.
knocks down the first one. So both teams changing it up here. And both free throws good for Wembanyama.
And the big fella with the skill level, showing a soft touch at the line.
Fires away from way outside. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And that concludes the first half. They're up 7. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Thanks. I'm here with Doc Rivers and Coach. I know you cannot be happy with this team's play in the first half. What will you tell them they need to improve on?
The score and our effort, our offense, they're just playing harder, they're more physical, they're tougher. Honestly, we're very lucky right now.
Lots to improve on in the second half. Thanks, Coach.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports.
Thank you for joining us. Getting right to the story. Things are going well.
A key part of this one, their bench production. Those guys can heat it up in a hurry. Give the starters a little rest. Can't ask for more than that.
Wash, rinse, repeat. You guys wouldn't understand that because it involves shampooing. And next, a look at some of the possible participants for this season's dunk contest.
If these guys end up making the cut, this will be a dunk contest for the ages, man. They're not just athletes, they are showmen.
And as long as they show me creativity, and it reminds me like a box of donuts, I need something fresh.
Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books, one half to go. You know, Victor Wembanyama has been exceptional here, guys.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Shooting has been unreal, 64% from the floor. We've got Wembanyama, Austin Reeves out there with Johnson, and it's Bailey in at the 3 spot. That's Doc Rivers 5 as we get into the second half. The 3 is up. Good, and the assist to Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 3 assists tonight.
What a smart pass from Wembanyama. Already adept at scanning the floor and finding open teammates.
Pass to Malone. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama. Here's Bailey. Now Johnson. On the wing, Reeves. And counted from 19 feet away. Reeves has got 11.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Malone can't get it to go.
Coming out stone cold here. Sometimes the break will do that to you.
Pass to Wembanyama. For the tie. Oh, he is cooking right now. 10 for 11 from the field.
They've really picked up the energy level and have willed themselves back into this game.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team. Just fighting
Down low. Here's Bailey. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And Wemby using his unique perspective to find the open man.
Just an awesome display of athleticism on our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Henderson with it. 17 points in the game. To stop the run, it's hauled in by Wembanyama.
Things have been a little bumpy coming into the second half. 5 straight misses.
Bailey, the pass to Johnson. Wembanyama with it. Up again. Controls the rebound and the putback.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Victor Wembanyama really making a difference here.
Not sure what the defense is thinking, or if they are. They continue to let him shoot. That is bad defense.
Let's take a look at the Western Conference standings now that the new year is upon us. Taking a look at the visitors here. Hasn't been a banner year thus far, but they're clinging to that 8th spot in the conference. The home team on D. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. And there's a pick. Here's Marion. 16 points for him. Clock at 6. Outside Pajemski. No good. Unable to win this run. Got 5 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Reeves, the pass to Wembanyama. Wembanyama. Oh, how about Victor? Gets there for the putback jam.
He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
Henderson against Johnson. 4-3. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. Wembanyama's got 11 rebounds in the game. And Brent Scoot Henderson spending 2 years with G League Ignite, the 2nd overall pick in 2023.
Yeah, and Scoot not the first Ignite player to go very high up in the NBA draft. You think about Jalen Green with the Rockets, but an extra year in the G League, committed to staying there and developing his game. I think that helped him in terms of his maturity, and still the sky is the limit for this kid.
Bailey, the pass to Wembanyama. Gets an open look and hits it. Wembanyama's got 6 here in the quarter.
When Wembanyama goes up, he can be so quick. I mean, the rookie looking very assertive.
Here's Marion. 18 points for him. Floats one up. Can't hit that one.
Might like a do-over there. Quality look inside.
Pass to Reeves. Now Johnson. Wembanyama scanning the floor. Here's Aldama. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
When you use it right, the pump fake's as effective a move as there is.
Pass to Malone. Here's Marion. Here's Malone. Tries yet again, and he lays it in.
A stronger defensive presence would have saved them 2 points.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
Here's Bailey. 12 points for him. The three from Wembanyama, and Clingan pulls it down.
He was terrific in the first half, guys. Maybe some adjustments from the opposing team coach, and he's lost a little bit of that touch here in the second.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
Really left him alone that time. Wembanyama's got 9 points now in the second half.
Yeah, you've got to worry about Wembanyama everywhere. He puts a defense to the test.
Pass to Podziemski. Here's Malone. Drives to the hoop. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. Back to Johnson, to the middle.
Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam, B.A.
Defense disorganized, defense pays. Shooting has been good, 54% on this one. Henderson against Johnson. Pass to Clingan. With the fadeaway. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Klingan's got 6 in the quarter. Klingan's gone 3 of 5 from the field. And Doc Rivers calls timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. And you watch Donovan Clingan. He really benefited from that extra year in college, Grant.
Yeah, the development cycle can be a little longer for centers, B.A. He cleaned up a lot offensively and took his strength and conditioning to another level.
Take a look at the 2K leaderboard and check out the bigs who have been posting big points so far this season. Victor Wembanyama, #1.
And you see why they keep going to him. He's a big man with a polished offensive repertoire, playing to his strengths and being efficient as a result.
So it's the home team now. Johnson passes to Simons. Back to Johnson. Over Oladipo. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Johnson's got 8.
He was wide open, but just to make sure, he put a little fade on that jumper.
Johnson against Oladipo. Outside Reed. Here's the 3. Basket is good with the setup from Oladipo. 17 points in the game.
Oladipo playing a couple years at point guard in Orlando when he started his career, showing off his passing ability there.
Here's Wembanyama. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
First personal foul.
It's going to be on Naz Reid. 3 trips to the line so far for him in this one.
For your home team, Victor Wembanyama, taking 2 shots.
Free throw good, Wembanyama.
Honestly, we have never seen someone like Victor Wembanyama, a skilled 7.5-footer. I mean, the way he moves, it's unreal.
And that's good as he hits both shots.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Oladipo, the pass to Reed. Here's Okogie. Back to Reed. Pass to Bynum. Launches it from deep. Rebounded by Bailey. Bailey's got 4 rebounds now. Now here's Johnson. Here's Bailey. 14 points for him. Grant outside. Lets the 3 fly. They get the rebound. Wembanyama. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
Yeah, terrific follow-through from Wembanyama, proving he has a good head on his shoulders.
Oladipo against Johnson. The fader. Man, too long on the shot. Shooting 59% in this one. A good average. Pass to Bailey. Back to Johnson. Oladipo with the rebound. Shooting a low 28% during this third. To the paint. Here's Bynum. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Drawing so much attention, Oladipo rotates the ball to the open man.
At the line for the away team, Bynum. 1 shot.
Johnson. Give him 8 points now. Pass to Bailey. On the wing, Simons. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. Well, Anthony Simons has credited Damian Lillard for helping him with his development.
Man, VA, can you imagine every day on the opposite end of Damian Lillard as a young player in this league? Anthony Simons willing to listen and willing to learn, and you see how far his game has come when the reins have been handed over to him.
First free throw is good.
You know, I have to admire a guy like Anthony Simons. Early in his career, he was seen as undersized, but with his skill and pure athleticism, he balances the scales against bigger players, and he's become a ferocious scorer.
And so Simons nails both of them.
After what we saw from Simons last year and the way he broke out offensively, just becoming one of those guys that plays with force when he has the ball.
Oladipo outside to the inside. Rebounded by Bailey. Bailey's got his 5th rebound in this one. Simons' shot is good. Simons has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, showing a little versatility with their offensive attack. In the first half, it was about the 3 ball. In the second half, they've emphasized interior scoring.
Pass to Reed. The fadeaway. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Here's Simons. Bynum with a rebound. They still have time to make this a game.
But they really need to focus in because they let this game get away from them a little bit.
This helps this team. When Oladipo stays aggressive for a full 48 minutes, he becomes a force.
And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over.
You could really see his squad was losing steam. Smart timeout to give them a breather.
And the Eastern Conference has been great to watch so far. Here's how things are shaking up midway through the season. You take a look at the home team, sitting pretty at this point of the season, second place and looking to move to first. There's a minute 17 left in the third quarter. And there's the lob.
Well, nice to see Grant provide that assist. He's been working on that part of his game.
Shooting around 32% in the third quarter. Johnson against Oladipo. Shoots over Johnson. Simons with a steal. And he drives in. Good work there as it goes.
And now, almost all their points coming from the paint. You know, depending on where Jeremy Grant's been, he's filled a lot of different roles. He's been asked to be the alpha or the second option or even a role player. But whatever it is, he's always willing to do whatever it takes to help the team. And really strong at the line since the break.
Here's Oladipo. He's got 6. 41 seconds left in the third quarter. And Malone gets it to go.
And you remember in Orlando, Oladipo played a ton of point guard in the early part of his career, showing some nice vision there.
There's the screen by Johnson. Here's Bailey. Knocks it down from distance. Bailey's got 12 points here in the second half.
Defense shaking their heads. No idea how to stop him in this quarter. He's got him on the ropes.
For 3, Oladipo. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Pass to Johnson. No good from 11 feet. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Up by 15. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
You know, coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. We've got Klingon, Scoot Henderson out there with Brandon Podziemski, and it's Marion in at the small forward position. Henderson, the pass to Malone. The shot that time, not on target. Hey, great D that time from Grant. Wembanyama double teamed. Puts up a 3. And Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Shot's good by Henderson.
Whoa, Scoot! What a move.
Shooting a terrific 58% from the floor. Reeves, the pass to Wembanyama. Back to Reeves. Great D that time from Podziemski.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. That's on Anthony Simons.
Shooting for the away team. Podziemski at the line for 2.
He makes the first. Cornette's checked in for Grant. one falls, so he hits both of them. Gotten just one shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth.
Yeah, and this is the kind of impact Wemby makes offensively because he can score in just so many ways.
Henderson drives in.
Oh, man.
Oh, my
He had the
goodness.
runway,
Oh, indeed.
and he let it rip. Nice. Yeah, he's just explosive. I mean, Scoot gets off the ground in a hurry and puts some emphasis on it, too.
Here's Bailey. Back to Reeves. Outside Wembanyama. Just 5 on the clock. And Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Marion. Pass to Podziemski. There's the 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Podziemski's got 5 points in the quarter.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Down low. There's the steal. Here's Marion. Pass to Klingon. Taken away. Here they come with numbers in transition. And there's Wembanyama. That's good on the assist by Reeves. Reeves has got 4 assists in the game. Henderson, the pass to Malone. Back to Henderson. They set a pick. Takes the 3. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama.
Well, if he wants to make the defense work, he's got to start knocking down the threes. Only one so far in this game for him, and none since halftime.
Here's Bailey. Wembanyama screen. Bailey shot is off. Got 3 of 6 shots to go in this fourth quarter. Now here's Henderson. He's closely guarded. Outside Podziemski. And the deficit down inside single digits.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
Yeah, this is not the team that we saw in the first quarter right now. Way more confident out there, and the cohesion of the team is impressive.
Outside Wembanyama. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Marion. Marion's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Oh, wasted no time on that one.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Shooting just 38% here in the fourth. Outside Wembanyama. Goes up with the stripe. Oh, too much length from Wemby.
I mean, he is at his best when it matters most. This game is theirs as long as he can keep this up.
Henderson scanning the floor. Fires from deep. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. Wembanyama's got his 18th rebound here tonight. All over the place. Over Henderson. Nice shot by Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 49 in the game.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Shots good by Henderson.
He's been so effective down the stretch, capitalizing on all his opportunities.
Pass to Cornet. And here's Reeves, defended by Podziemski. Cornet sets a screen. Inside. Here's Marion. He's covered by Reeves. Here's Klingon. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
In the paint, Simons really has to go up against it. Credit to him for sticking with that play and seeing some daylight in there.
Anthony Simons.
And that one falls for Simons.
Well, Anthony Simons is out here to score, but boy, does he find all kinds of ways to torch a defense.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. Grant, it seems like teams today are much more data-driven than in years past.
Yeah, I agree, B.A. It's much more sophisticated. And, of course, coaches and executives are still watching the games and forming their gut opinions. But now those impressions can be cross-checked with the numbers.
Got 5 out of 10 shots to drop here in the final quarter. Wembanyama finds Simons. Back to Wembanyama. The three. Rebounded by Marion.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I'd tell him, you take one more three-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side.
Outside Reeves. Pass to Wembanyama. Good! That's another bucket! And that gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
Gotten 7 to go out of 13 attempts during the fourth. Henderson for 3. Victor Wembanyama grabs a board. Gotten 6 of 12 shots to go here in this fourth quarter. Here's Bailey. Drains the triple. Bailey's got 17 now, just in the second half.
Well, after hitting a 3 earlier in the game, he now has 3 threes this half, guys.
Outside Podziemski. Jacks up with 3. Simons with a rebound.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from 3-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Here's Bailey. Rebounded by Marion. Shooting 52% from the floor so far. Henderson outside. There's the triple. Victor Wembanyama grabs a board. Shooting has been great, 57%, and finding ways to score consistently. Pass to Bailey, back to Wembanyama. Another one goes, incredible!
And he's been dominant so far in this one.
Shouldering the offense, really taking it to the opposition. And he's going for the oop here.
Saw his teammate with a path to the rim, and boom, lobbed it up there beautifully.
Very smooth catch and finish. On the wing, Simons, defended by Henderson. From the arc, rebounded by Marion. Marion's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Henderson outside. Here's Podziemski. And a missed layup. Gotten 8 of 16 attempted shots to go here in the fourth. Pass to Wembanyama. And there's the screen. Elbow shot on the way. Rebounded by Marion. Marion's got 11 rebounds in the game. Henderson with it. Here's Malone, covered by Wembanyama. Left block shot on the way. Malone can't get it to go. Shooting 47% since the fourth quarter started. There's a screen by Jang. Here's Wembanyama. Oh, not enough to slow down Wembanyama.
There were questions about Wembanyama's strength coming into the league. No problem with the contact here.
Pass to Malone. And there's the drive. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Gotta love the effort there. An undersized forward who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
And Doc Rivers calls timeout, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. Both teams making substitutions here.
Substitution on the clock.
Pass to Wembanyama. Back to Johnson. And here's Wembanyama. A minute 42 left to play in the fourth. Can't cash it in from close range. Marion passes to Malone. Henderson against Johnson. Shot clock at 6. Henderson misses.
Well, after an impressive first half, he's just not been able to get the room or get anything going here in the second.
A minute 9 left in the game. Here's Bailey, defended by Podziemski. And Bailey gets it to go.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And here's Wembanyama. Pass to Johnson. Wembanyama, screen on Henderson. The hook shot. Johnson. Wembanyama, the open look. Again! What an avalanche!
This game has his name written all over it.
He has been phenomenal. An offensive onslaught. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Malone. Drains it from 9 feet away. So it's the home team now. 17 points was their biggest margin. So the home crowd treated to a win. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They played with great intensity on both ends of the floor, and they didn't allow their mistakes to get the better of them.
And that about wraps it up. Alongside Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson with our entire 2K crew thanking you for watching. And let's reveal our player of the game, Victor Wembanyama.